Welcome to It's All About Connection, NVC with Dr. B.
All right, welcome. Today we have a game of Jeopardy!
Yes, a fun game of Jeopardy!
But there's only one question. Let's see if you can get the answer right. The question for today is, whose needs are you responsible for?
Yeah, you already got it wrong, according to Cindy. Or is that what that means?
No. Isn't that in Jeopardy? They hit the thing and then they have to say the answer. Yeah.
I think so. It just sounded like a...
Yeah, pretty harsh. And before we go into the answer to that question, notice we are together.
We are together. I'm visiting home right now, so we're here.
Yep, we're here together, which is very nice. All right, take it away, Heather.
You are responsible for no one's needs but your own.
Are you 100% sure of that?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, that's it. That's the end of our episode, folks. Not much else to say about that, but gosh, it doesn't seem like that when you're out in the world, right?
No, not at all.
Yeah. Why do you say not at all?
I don't know. I think when you're interacting with other people, it can be easy to, I don't know, try to take responsibility for what you think they need. Or maybe people are projecting their needs onto you.
Yeah, I think a lot, for sure, both of those. But the latter is one where, yeah, I think that people maybe have a need to know that they matter or have a need for safety. And it's kind of, I think it's a mind-boggling concept that you're not responsible for contributing to safety or to somebody mattering. Like, that's not, you can want to. And I love that Marshall Rosenberg, the guy that developed NVC, I think he had so much like hope in mankind. And I think there's a lot of truth to what he used to say, that often people really do, like, it's just in us to want to contribute to other people's needs. We really want that. And if we can take some of the complexities out of uh, our interactions with one another, that if we just approach it with needs and not with an expectation. I think sometimes when you have an expectation that's laid on you, guilt around it, then you tend to like not want to just give or contribute to that need just freely and from the heart. So there's something that gets in the way of that. But if we can eliminate that, he really believed that people really do want to just naturally contribute. So when we're able and it works, and that, yeah, that then we just do it out of our heart and out of what you really want to be doing, rather than out of obligation or guilt.
So it just kind of flows.
Yeah, it's more natural, and it's more from a giving place, not from a consequential place, right?
There's no attachment to the outcome.
No attachment to the outcome. It's hard though. But I think it is, it's when you're in a relationship, like with like a significant other, a spouse, right? We automatically think like it's our responsibility to meet their needs, maybe for happiness or well-being or whatever, partnership. And I really like that, we've talked about it before, about the difference between needs and strategies, that just to look at ourselves, like we're actually a strategy. Like this person of Cindy Bigby, this person of Heather Claypool, you're just a strategy, right? There are other strategies for meeting needs of safety, and maybe, you're in a relationship with someone and the person is not contributing, not just for whatever reason, they're not well resourced, or there are other things that are just getting in the way of them contributing to a need. And just this idea that maybe there could be other people or other avenues to contribute to that need, to really take full ownership around your own needs.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I was talking to a friend about this recently, how we're using each other as strategies to get these needs met. And oftentimes, I think when you're maybe like in a relationship, there's this idea that this person can fulfill all of your needs and that they're supposed to. There's
Hmm.
like a cultural expectation of that. And yeah, different people are there for different needs.
Hmm.
If you do have a partner, they can't fulfill your needs for like play and connection all of the time. So you have to use your friends as a strategy.
Or maybe even beyond friends, you might, if you have a need for play, maybe you just go to uh, play a game where you don't even know people, or maybe you
Pickleball.
play solitaire. You have a need for
Yeah.
play, so you can play solitaire, and that meets your needs for play, even if it is by yourself. Yeah, it's just really beginning to wrap our heads around just the wealth of strategies that are out there. I think when we can do that and let go of, it has to be this person doing this thing to meet this need, then you end up having a freedom in your connections and your relationships where somebody can contribute to those needs, not out of obligation or responsibility, but because they're just really drawn to, and they also are resourced and able to. Maybe they've always been drawn to contribute, but they just can't. That's a hard situation for people when, you really do have a caring for somebody and you want to contribute to their needs, but you have other things going on in your life. I'm sure many people can relate to this. You have other things on in your life that are literally pulling you, into a different direction, so you can't. And if we are of the mindset that it's our responsibility to meet those needs, that can be really painful and confusing and just hard on everybody. Hard on everybody.
Yeah. I think we did an episode in which we like started it with hold your needs tightly and your strategies lightly. So I think that works for this.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely in the same vein, without a doubt. Yeah, but yeah, have you ever been in a situation where somebody is expecting you to meet their needs?
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely feels uncomfortable and I get frustrated
Hmm.
with that.
Yeah.
Have you?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And it would be such a great thing if the whole world would understand the concept of, like, it's nobody's responsibility to meet my needs. Now, I don't know what you do about a parent-child dynamic. That's a little different. Or
Mm.
even, I was thinking about this morning. In a classroom, when you're the teacher, like, you're there kind of holding the needs of safety and learning for everybody, and in a way you are kind of responsible on some level for safety in a group situation. Or, when you have a child, there is some responsibility to meet the need for food and well-being. um, so I think it gets a little muddy there. I don't know, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I think that is kind of a confusing area.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, clearly if you have a baby, you can't just be like, sorry.
Find another strategy.
Find another strategy to eat right now, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's
That's a different kind of dependency. I
yeah,
don't think this applies to babies or
no.
children.
But emotionality, what about even as with your child for emotionality, like wanting to know that, making sure that their need to know that they matter. I think even with that, I mean, it would be nice as a parent to take on that and want to contribute that to your child. I think most parents would want that, to contribute that to their child. But at a certain point, I think as a human being, that's really not even your parents' responsibility. It's really your responsibility to uh, have use whatever strategies you need to know that you matter, right? Oh my God. Now my mind goes into other things because then I'm like, well, what about kids that don't get that from their parents? And then they end up, using other strategies that then don't meet other needs, right? Like joining a gang per se, so that they have a need to know that they matter and they belong. Um, I guess, yeah, there's a lot to it.
Yeah, it's very nuanced.
hmm Bottom line is, I can't wait until more people in the world really start taking responsibility for their own needs and understanding that there really are a lot of ways to meet your needs other than the people strategies that we tend to cling to in our life, and then we end up having difficulty in the relationships because we're not taking responsibility for our own needs.
Yeah, I think you kind of said it all.
Okay. Well, that's it for today. Some food for thought. If you won Jeopardy, you can call us and we'll send you your money. That's all. Oh, do you want to say anything about the call-in?
Oh, yeah. If you want to call in and tell us that you won so we can send you money, the number is 850-706-0488.
Yep.
You've been listening to It's All About Connection, NVC with Dr. B. For more episodes and guest bios, please visit us at www.thebigbmethod.com. That's www.thebigbmethod.com. And remember, empathy first.